A lot to correct, so we did that in the meeting rooms, watched the film, did a lot of corrections. Came out to practice, everybody was good spirits. We got the win, 12-0, and ready for this championship. Hopefully we'll be able to get the job done. Excited to get back home to Charlotte, see the family, and just ready to get after it.
How much do coaches have to emphasize to you? Like, you guys won the game by 21 points. It wasn't, the fans can say what they want. Did they have to, like, overemphasize that to you guys?
I think that was kind of like one of the main things Coach Sweeney wanted to make sure, because obviously a lot of fans were disappointed, but I think we did the best we could, and we won by 21 points, and we got the job done, and that's the main thing. You always want to win every week. There's only 3 undefeated teams now, and so it's really hard to win each game, especially a rivalry game. You've seen a lot of #1 teams get knocked off by the rivalry in previous years, so got the win, and we're excited for the next step.
Tanner, did you hear some of the noise from some fans after the game?
Yeah, you always hear noise here and there, but you can't let it affect you. You got to have thick skin, especially playing on the back end. There's gonna be a lot of criticism, and that's kind of why you play the game. You play the game to further your career and further your experience for your family and your life. So there's always gonna be criticism with that. So it is what it is.
How hard is it to kind of not let that bother you, or not let, I guess, it affect?
It's pretty easy. Yeah, it's pretty easy not to let it affect you, because for me, I really don't only have to prove a point to my family, my coaches, and to the Lord above. As long as I'm playing the way He wants me to play and exemplifying Him through my play, then I'll be all right.
They kind of leave you and some of your teammates shaking your heads though a little bit when you go 12-0, come off a 21-point win over your rival, and you do hear that, hey, some of the fans are happy with us.
You're never going to please everybody, and we know that, but at the end of the day, it's about what we do, not what everybody else does. So as long as we get the win, we're not really worried about what everybody else has to say. We know what we have to do week in and week out, and that's to get the win. At the end of the day, if you're more upset about how we win than if we were to lose, then that's okay with us.
Dabo had kind of a rant against the fans a little bit during his Sunday teleconference. How much did you and your teammates maybe hear about that? If you did hear some of it or his thoughts, kind of what was your reaction to him kind of having your guys back, so to speak?
That's just the passion he has for this team. We have a really special group of guys, and for people not to appreciate it in the moment, it kind of hurts him and it hurts us. But it is what it is at the end of the day. We know we have a special group, and we got a special core around us with all the assistants and the support staff, so we know what we have, and we're very appreciative. And if people can't see it on the outside, so be it. We know what we have. And
you said your dad likes to critique your performance. What did he say you definitely do?
He always asks if things were my fault, so that's always the first thing I step into the door. He's like, "Was that you? Was that you?" And I'll be like, sometimes I'll be like, "Yeah, Dad." Sometimes I'll be like, "Nah," but he was happy with it. He thought I played pretty hard. Things didn't go my way. I missed a few picks by like fingertips, and it is what it is. But he's always proud of me at the end of the night.
What was the biggest thing that y'all saw on film that needs to be corrected?
Just the little things. So, give you an example. There was a run play. It went pretty good towards the end of the game. If one guy was across face, knowing his help's on the opposite side, then that's a 2-yard gain. Instead, it ends up being a 20-yard gain. So that's what people see, these explosive plays. It's just little things. So if there's a play where there's a really long pass, and somebody didn't have their eyes on the right thing, or they had a different leverage, instead outside instead of head up, or inside instead of head up, then it turns into a big play. So it's the little things that really hurt us this past game, and it's about 6 plays. So majority of the plays, I think we played 90 plays. So you think about it, 85 plays are really, really good. 5 plays are really, really bad. People see the bad plays, and that turns your averages, instead of like, say they had 1 yard per rush, turns into 3 to 4. So just the little things.
Coach Venables was saying a lot of it was like mental, maybe, like he just said.
Yeah, like,
basic
yeah.
stuff that you guys
Yeah.
do correct, that you've been doing right all year. Is there any reason you can point to as to why that happened in this game?
They did a lot of tricky stuff, so it made you kind of second guess here and there. But I think all in all, just being able to trust the guys around you and trust what we've been doing is the main thing, instead of going back to what you thought previously. But every week is different, so every team is different. And I think some of the guys were going back to weeks before when we had certain things, and then that kind of hurt us a little bit. It makes you play a little softer, and you really got to just trust the plan. In my
That change of formation, I think that's what you're calling it. What specifically on that one they got a huge game?
So that was like a one-on-one type deal. So Debo Samuel, one of the best players in college football, he had a one-on-one, and he had a lot of time back there, and things just didn't work out for us. I could have helped Kayvon a little bit more on that one, but it is what it is. I mean, you put a really good player against a really good player, one of them's going to win. You know, it rarely does nobody win, you know. But it just happened, one-on-one and a lot of field to cover, so just a hard play.
They're coming back in 2 years, coming in here and upsetting you guys. Their offensive coordinators have changed, but their styles are still the same. A lot of eye candy for you guys to pay attention to. How disciplined are you guys going to have to be? What have you seen in your tape so far as compared to you guys?
We're going to have to be really disciplined. They do a lot of trade shift motion, things of that nature, like a lot like Boston College did, and running downhill and play action passing. It's going to be very important for us to keep our eyes on our keys and understand where our help is, things like that. And I think it's going to be a really good challenge for us. They're a downhill running team. The running back's really good. They have some good big tight ends. I think one's like 280 or 285, something like that. So he's a big, stout guy. The quarterback's pretty good. So it's going to be a good test for us, and we're looking forward to it.
How much does that loss motivate you guys heading into this one?
A lot, because a lot of guys played in that game, and I think we gave up like 500-something yards, which is not acceptable for us. And so we're excited for the challenge again, and see how it goes.
What would it mean to your team just to be part of the team that wins its fourth straight ACC championship?
It's really legendary. So like teams don't really do that. I think we'll be the first team in ACC history to do that. So it's really exciting to be able to put your name in the books forever until another team comes up and does it again. But we'll always be known as the first one if that was to happen. So we're really excited for the challenge, and being able to do that will be great.
Do you ever take time to think about how hard it is to accomplish what the senior class has accomplished, and how much focus and energy you guys have put into this?
Yeah, I think the time really gets away from people. Being able to do that 4 years in a row, it just doesn't happen every day. So you really got to appreciate it in the moment and continue to strive to do more. I know we got a lot of goals left ahead of us, and just try to keep it going, and then let everything speak for itself afterwards.
How special is it for you to go back close to home and play?
It's really awesome. You get a lot of phone calls you're not really used to. A lot of people wanting tickets and things of that nature, and so you try to please everybody. But it'll be great to get home, get to see my exit going by towards Charlotte again. It'll be nice to see that. Just the air is a little different. It's just home, you know. So I'm really excited to get back here.
The last four opponents you guys have faced in this ACC championship game are playing in that game for the very first time. What is the experience of knowing what this big stage is like to help you prepare the program experiencing it right now?
I think some teams get shocked by the moment. It is a big game. It's a playoff contending game. So a lot of teams in the years past, I think, have gotten shocked by the moment, but I think we'll be all right. We've been there, done that, and I think it'll help for our playing experience with just having a lot of experienced players for that game, and I think it'll show, and be really good to see us level-headed and just be able to play confident and under control. No, you never take it for granted, because you know how hard it is to win. Like I said earlier, there's only 3 undefeated teams, and like, you can't take it for granted, because as soon as you do, then you'll be in the locker room regretting it. No, like you see, what you see on social media is what you get. Everybody's dancing, everybody's having a good time, and celebrating the win. That's what's most important, being able to celebrate with your teammates. Everybody is we're kind of enclosed, you know, with this, the family of ours and the team we have. So we don't really hear much of the outside noise, and we just enjoy it with ourselves.
You talk about been there, done that. Does playing in an NFL stadium, does that feel different to you guys, or do you not really notice at this point for you?
I don't really notice it. I mean, the outside stuff you see, like, oh, sweet, this is the Panther Stadium, or when we went to Tampa Bay or Arizona or whatever. But it's kind of the same feel. You see a lot of orange in the stands, which is awesome for us. We always feel like we have a home field advantage when we're at a neutral site, especially in Charlotte. So we're excited, and it feels the same as we are.
Duke's one of the top running teams in the conference, more towards the bottom as far as passing. As a secondary guy, coming off giving up 500 yards in a game, are you kind of happy that you're facing more of a run-oriented team this week and you had some time to work some kinks out, or would you rather dive right back in and see some more balls in the air?
I don't think it really affects us too much because we're always going to be in the run fit. We're always going to be it's high stress for these play action teams. I think it's more of a high stress environment because of the play action. There's always big plays that'll come off the play action. So I think these teams, the play action teams, are more stressful than these spread teams because you know what you're going to get with the spread teams. You never know with these play action teams, and these are more stressful. But I think each week is a different challenge that I look forward to, and being able to construct my game for that team is a skill that I like to go through the week and being able to prepare.